After the break, the witnesses come back in, the jury comes back in. Mr. Cooper says he will discuss WhatsApp messages with a friend and confidant of the witness. Reading from the messages, she is quoted as saying, "Told him I can't stop thinking about him." "Is that Tommy Cashman?" Mr. Cooper says. "Yep," says the unnamed witness. "Clarify what you mean," says Mr. Cooper. "Thinking about him in general. I text him saying that to him," says the unnamed witness. "Your friend says to you, 'Why, you were doing so well.' Has he replied?" You replied, "No. He won't see it because he never logs into Instagram. I've never thought about someone like I do him." "In what way?" says Mr. Cooper. "I just missed his company. I hadn't seen him for a while. I wasn't infatuated," says the unnamed witness. Again, Mr. Cooper reads out messages sent by the witness. But the witness says these were sent by her friend. "Whoopsie daisy," says the unnamed witness. "There's no need for that," says Mr. Cooper. "There's no need for some of these questions, but you know," says the unnamed witness. Mr. Cooper then moves on to further questions. "He obviously can't seem to leave me alone. He'd check and see where my car would be parked and come and knock. I wanted to move on from all that bullshit," says the unnamed witness. Mr. Cooper then reads another message. "Everyone I talk to just doesn't compare to him." Mr. Cooper then quotes the witness. "He was stuck in my head," says the witness. "I can't stop smiling," says another message. "I was giddy he'd texted back. I was made up. I had butterflies," says the unnamed witness. Mr. Cooper then moves on to the final straw moment that he refers to. He refers to these messages where a friend says, "If he comes to the boom girl, it's not then never speak to him again." "That messing with your head went on," says Mr. Cooper. "At least we agree about something here," says the unnamed witness. "I'm not going to beg him to come round. If he doesn't come round, he doesn't come. If he doesn't message, he doesn't message." Mr. Cooper then reads another message. "I feel sick. Bad me, you know." He asks her what she was referring to. "Dunno. I must have just been nervous. It was me feeling sick, like anxiety," says the unnamed witness. Mr. Cooper then talks about other messages where her and a friend talk about whether she should end her fling with Cashman. "It's a bit of a roller coaster, your relationship," says Mr. Cooper. "It wasn't a roller coaster," says the unnamed witness. Mr. Cooper then reads another message. "I actually feel like doing a blag and selling it to Kaylee," says Mr. Cooper, where he's quoting another message. The witness says, "I blag Instagram." "This is effectively when you say you wanted to ruin him. You were thinking you wanted to ruin this man," says Mr. Cooper. Yeah, says the unnamed witness. "You say she got a right to know what he was doing," says Mr. Cooper. Mr. Cooper then moves on to other messages, where the witness says she was getting tested. The witness says, "Once I found out he met with that girl, she's just a wrong un. I went to get a chlamydia test to find out if I had anything. I'm a very clean person. I don't sleep around. That's why I was mad. I found out and was thinking, have I got something? I was very agitated, very frustrated, we'll say. I was just making sure I didn't have an infection." Mr. Cooper then says something along the lines about the infection making her angry. The unnamed witness says, "No, I was more frustrated. It was like..." Mr. Cooper reads a message. "I've got to get it out there about him and that slut. Just got to." Mr. Cooper quotes one of her messages. He asks, "You were very angry," says Mr. Cooper. No, says the witness. Was the plan to make a fake account? Says Mr. Cooper. Yep, says the unnamed witness. Angry with him, aren't you? Says Mr. Cooper. No, frustrated, says the unnamed witness. Mr. Cooper then refers to another text message in which she says, "It's time to ruin him like he has done me." The witness agrees she sent that message, saying, "I sure did, I definitely did." Mr. Cooper then says, "The preparations to ruin this defendant were quite advanced, weren't they? You're implying I've ruined your client's life, yet I've ruined my life. I'm sitting here for what? Because I'm angry? I'm mad? No, I'm sitting here for the little girl. I've not been asked one question about her." Mr. Cooper then repeats the question. The plan to ruin this man was quite advanced. "I wish I'd done it now, but I never. I didn't even have the balls because I was petrified what the family would bring to my house." "They love to have trouble," says the unnamed witness. Mr. Cooper moves on to other messages sent on August the 21st. He reads, "I've been thinking I'm pregnant. Still in my head it's been up my arse. One day before the tragic killing, you still thought you might be pregnant by Thomas Cashman," says Mr. Cooper. "My body still felt strange and I hadn't come on my period," says the unnamed witness. The witness then criticises Mr. Cooper for being too slow. She says, "We are repeating the same things I have been asked about since 10 o'clock this morning." "Do you need a break to collect yourself?" says Mr. Cooper. "You need to collect yourself," says the unnamed witness. Mr. Cooper then refers to another set of messages, but the witness says there has nothing to do with Tommy. She adds, "I know exactly who we're talking about and it certainly weren't him. You're best just taking that back, really. My main priority and focus weren't just on him." Mr. Cooper then continues to read further messages where she criticises a man, calling him a dick face. The witness then says they do not refer to Cashman. She adds, "I just want to get away. I had such a hard time.